I want to tell you a story, and you can find it on our website at freedomwatchusa.org. freedomwatchusa.org. Also, I wrote a book, Whores, Why and How I Came to Fight the Establishment. It's available today if you want to read it. I'm talking about political and media whores, but it comes from the Old Testament of the Bible, which says that the faithful city has become a whore, everyone takes a bribe, widows and orphans are abandoned. But let me give you a human interest story that tells you just how bad the legal system and the political system is today. In the course of my travels, I met a broadcaster at Voice of America who had to leave Iran as a young girl. Her name is Ellie Sataki. Her family tried to overthrow Ayatollah Khomeini when he came into power after the Shah was undercut by Jimmy Carter. Half of them were executed for that effort, and she fled to Sweden. She came to the United States believing in what we believed in at the age of 28. She was a broadcaster in Los Angeles for a number of years, spreading the cause of freedom in her country and around the world, and got what she thought was her dream come true, to become a broadcaster at Voice of America in Washington, D.C., and to be able to give that hope to freedom to her native people in Iran who were fighting so valiantly for what we fought for in 1776 and are fighting for now. When she arrived at Voice of America, she was assigned on a show with a co-host. The co-host has ties to the Communist Party. Voice of America has been infiltrated by individuals from the Iranian regime, if you can believe that, and she was sexually harassed. She's very attractive. But that was not all. Is that the managing director of Voice of America, someone by the name of Ali Sajidi, and he's still there, God forbid. He's the son of a mullah. His father advises the Ayatollah and the supreme leader and Ahmadinejad, who are now controlling the Iranian regime under Sharia law and executing people and persecuting them, much like Adolf Hitler did during World War II. Ellie was destroyed by these individuals because of her political beliefs of freedom for her people in Iran. Voice of America is so important. We have no Iran policy under Obama. He's getting down on his knees quicker than Monica Lewinsky did. And without that voice of freedom, there is no hope. Now, I agreed to represent Ellie, and Ellie became a friend, and I saw the pain she was in. She came to Los Angeles for her holiday. She had a nervous breakdown when the retaliation got worse. I had to take her to see a psychiatrist. She lost her ability to work. And Voice of America, being controlled by these pro-Islamic regime communists who have been planted there, would not let her come back to work in Los Angeles so she could rehabilitate with her friends and her family and everyone else. And it was bad enough that Voice of America wouldn't do that. But I went to Senator Barbara Boxer and I said, will you help us? No response. An absolute disgrace. I couldn't even get the people in her office to sit down and talk to me, and people know who I am. I have no problem getting meetings with senators. I then went to Senator Feinstein, same thing. And then I went to Republican senators, Senator Coburn from Oklahoma, who's supposed to be a conservative who oversees Voice of America. No interest, no response. And Senator Lieberman from Connecticut, an independent. Ellie has been destroyed. And we, the American people, are Ellie Sataki. That's what's happening to us today. Our grievances have not been considered. Ellie lost her job, in effect. She's destitute, has no money. And yet, U.S. senators ignored her pleas, and she is now a proud American citizen. It was John Adams who said that you can change your rulers and your form of government many times, but without ethics, morality, and religion, there will be no lasting liberty. I've seen what happened to Ellie Sataki over and over again in my legal career. I've been a lawyer for 33 years. It's what caused me to become a legal revolutionary. And I want to leave you with a basic message here, is that many of you are political activists. Many of you are trying to get people elected in the Tea Party, and that's fantastic, and that's great. And I supported a Tea Party candidate, myself personally, in Arizona named Pamela Gordon, who was a very good candidate. But the answer is not going to arrive just by virtue of putting in new candidates in Washington, D.C. The system corrupts. The Tea Party candidates are going to be great. I love Michelle Bachmann. I've spent a lot of time with her lately, and Steve King and people like that. But we, the American people, must remember that we are the United States. We are the people. We cannot depend on the politicians to do our job. And just as our founding fathers in 1776 said that when the sovereign fails to take into account the grievances of the people and ignores them, we, the people, have a God-given duty to alter and, if necessary, abolish that form of government and instill a new government. The words of the Declaration of Independence ring true today. And do not be surprised if the Republicans take control of the House of Representatives and perhaps the Senate, that things do not change that much. The establishment, the old guard, the John Boehners, I also went to him with regard to helping Ms. Sataki, they will remain in power. And we cannot give up the vigilance, we cannot rock back, we cannot think that things have changed. And if necessary, we are going to have to resort to Gandhi-style civil disobedience in this country. I do not want violence, I do not want armed revolution. But I am prepared to be at the forefront of any revolution if the Republican Party does not toe the line and listen to the needs of the American people. And that's important. God bless you. Thank you for the time. Please contact me. We need your help. I can be reached at freedomwatchusa.org. And thank you.